Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and today we're going to talk about three stories in Doctor Who that you drastically changed your opinion on. Now, of course, I'll be giving my opinion, but imagine three stories that you've watched more than once, and that somehow between one viewing and another viewing, your opinion of that story has drastically changed. Either went from good to bad, bad to good. Not just a slight change, but like a pretty big change. And talk about why that is. We're just going to talk about three today. The first one for me comes from season 16 of Classic Who, and that is Stones of Blood. Now, the first time I watched this story, I didn't really like it. It was one of my least favorites of the season. About the only one I disliked more was Power of Kroll, and you'll know how I feel about that. But I didn't like Stones of Blood. I really didn't get into it. I didn't find it interesting. And when I went back and rewatched it, I like it a lot more now, but it's an odd one because half of the story I don't like and half the story I do like. And the part I'd liked, for some reason I'd just forgotten about, because I don't really care about most of the stuff going on the planet. I don't care about the Stonehenge stuff. I think the little stone things moving around look silly. I don't really care about the cult stuff. I find that uninteresting. I find the one guy in the cult way overacting and hard to watch. But I love everything going on with the ship in hyperspace, and I don't know how I'd forgotten about that. But I love the fact that the ship is in hyperspace. It's there, but you can't see it since it exists in hyperspace. I love when they're on the ship. I love the alien judges on the ship. They look so alien. They're so very alien. I love when shows make something so non-humanoid. It kind of reminds me of the creature from the original Star Trek series episode, Day of the Dove, I think is the name of it, when the Enterprise crew and the Klingons are fighting on the Enterprise. I love how alien they are. I love Tom with his little judge wig, because it seems like a very Fourth Doctor thing to put on when he's presenting his case. I do like a couple things down on the planet. The scene when one of the rocks recharges itself and it meets the campers. That's a really well done scene. I really liked that. But most of it's the stuff going on with the hyperspace ship and the idea and the story unfolding with that, how it got there, the person who escaped, the Doctor having to get out from being on trial because he opened a door he shouldn't have. I love all that. It's the stuff more toward the beginning of the episode I just find uninteresting. But it's not like I don't just find the episode okay. I find half the story uninteresting, half the story really good. It's not like an average of the two. The parts of the story I really like. It's just the parts I don't like, I really don't like. But it's definitely much more watchable now, and I don't mind rewatching it when I go through season 16 again. The next one on the list, sticking with season 16, is actually Androids of Terra, or Tara, I forget which one it is. But I really liked this one the first time I saw it. It was one of my favorite stories of the season, probably number 2 behind Pirate Planet. They were really close. I remember when I was making notes in my notebook about it before I rewatched it, I wrote really good next to that one. I really enjoyed it. So it was weird when I went back and rewatched it, I didn't really care for it. It's one of my least favorite stories of the season. And I think a lot of it is, I think it does a huge disservice to Romana. She does feel like the damsel in distress, two-dimensional character. She doesn't really feel like Romana, who's supposed to be a Time Lord, and if not the Doctor's equal in experience, then she is supposed to be very intelligent. And I just feel like she gets captured, gets away, gets captured, gets away. She just feels, I feel like there's no growth to her character, and I feel like this story could be a perfect example of why Mary only stayed one season in the role. I just feel like it's so blatantly obvious to me as I watch it that it just detracts from the episode, because I feel like Romana, especially this Romana, because I prefer this Romana, I like Romana 1, I feel like it just does her a big disservice, so it kind of hurts the story for me. And then the third one on the list is The Mysterious Planet, which I've reviewed not too long ago, because I had forgotten about this one, to be honest. I'd only seen it the one time, and I must have thought it was pretty forgettable, since I quite literally forgot most of it. I remembered a couple little smidgens, but Like, when the box set came out for season 23, I'd watched Trial of a Time Lord about a year before, so I wasn't in the mood to go through the whole thing, so I skipped Mysterious Planet and just watched Mind Warp, Terror of the Vervoids, and Ultimate Foe on the Blu-ray box set. Because for some reason I didn't feel like Mysterious Planet was that important. But then I actually did go back and rewatch it when I was doing my review on it, and I love it. You know, I've mentioned in my review, I love it. I love how much better Colin and Perry get along. I like the story. I love having Glitz back because I like Glitz a lot. I like him and Dibber together in this one. I really like the incidental music in it. I like the camera work in it. It's my favorite story of season 23. Even though Terror is really good too. It's easily my favorite. So now when I go back and rewatch Trial of Time Lord, I'll be watching the whole season. Because it's really good. So those are just 3 stories that my opinion has changed a lot on. So what are 3 stories from Doctor Who that your opinion has changed on over the years? Maybe you thought one thing of it, and then you watched it again at a different point in your life, and it went really up or really down in your estimations. Let me know down in the comments 3 stories that you feel very differently about than you used to. And other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me and what I do, help me keep the lights on and keep my Doctor Who shelf occupied. There's a link to that down in the description below, and I would certainly appreciate that, or not. You know, I'm happy just to have you watching the video. Most importantly, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.